EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martins here with your outlook for July 30th, 2021. Friday's video forecast is sponsored by Georgia's Quick Stop Cafe in Marshalls Creek, Pennsylvania. They are on Milford Road, which is also Route 209 in the Stroudsburg area of Monroe County. Yesterday was one heck of a day, folks. We had some severe weather that produced some tornadoes across the region. And in yesterday's video, I explained that was one of the primary threats from this was tornadoes. Just the area that I highlighted was that I expected was between Harrisburg and Lancaster, and ended up northeast of there, and ended up being over southeastern Bucks, and went right across interior South New Jersey all the way to the coast over by the Barnegat area. Also received some tornado damage. There was several tornado reports, but it was basically one consolidated supercell that just went nuts. There's several tornado warnings yesterday were issued from all the way up in the Lehigh Valley. Might even been a tornado touchdown up there. That has to be confirmed by the National Weather Service. There was one that was pretty obvious yesterday, though, and that took place with this mesoscale convective system we were talking about yesterday. When I back the radar up here, this is just a radar review. I'm going to loop it. Now, when I did the video yesterday, I was showing an area, stop the video, that I thought was going to be the highest severe area, and it'll be right in here. Well, the eastern part of that and northeastern part of that, right in here, we did have the tornadoes. None of this here, had anything at all. We are always against the Storm Prediction Center pushing that slight risk that far north, because we didn't think anything was going to happen across Northeast PA, and nothing happened over Northeast PA. It wasn't there. So it was kind of like Lehigh Valley and points southeast is where that track went. And I'm going to move this forward. A little surprised that Harrisburg and Lancaster to get into this, but this is a mesoscale convective system. It has its own engine running this thing, and it kind of moves where it wants. The models are going to try to get this right of where it's going to be all the way up to the 11th hour, and the models still didn't get it right today as it was unfolding. And that's what happens, because these just have a mind of their own, and they kind of run on their own here. So here's the loop here. Moving across it. It didn't look too impressive at one point. Then it got over around the Lehigh Valley. Just one cell here just really exploded and consolidated, went right across central and southern New Jersey, and that's the ones that were producing some tornadoes. Might have been a tornado report in the Lehigh Valley, not sure. That would have been up in like Weisberg Township, perhaps the Slatington area. That'll have to be investigated by the National Weather Service. There were some other tornado warnings issued that may have to be investigated as well, because they did produce damage. So the National Weather Service will send a survey team out to do that if requested. One area they will not have to be requested to be sent out is one that was absolutely obvious, and that was right in the Feasterville-Trevose area. And there is some pretty nasty pictures. This is not, straight line winds will not do this. Okay, so there's no chance in hell that this was not a tornado. And there was multiple reports, very strong rotation through that area anyway. This is Feasterville-Trevose, if you're not familiar with that area. It's southeastern Bucks County, southeastern Bucks County, right by Langhorne, right by Ben-Salem area, southeastern corner there, and then eventually it crossed into New Jersey from there. But yeah, this is a dealership, car dealership, the Faulkner Auto Group, and this is just one of the buildings that were just completely leveled. The roof was ripped off, and then you had this. This is a steel structure here, folks. It just ripped apart. Okay, so this is luckily. There was no serious injuries or deaths from this, that was reported by Faulkner. They did report that yesterday. And here's an aerial view of another point of that dealership, showing the roof collapse of that dealership there. And this is from our drone pilot, Ray Leichner. I took the drone out there, and you can see that's obviously tornado damage. This is not something that can be caused by straight line winds. So we know this was a tornado here in that particular area. A couple blocks away, he was also filming some residential areas, and it was still in its infancy stage. This is kind of like EF0, EF1 type damage in this particular area. It probably got stronger by the time we got to the dealership. But across through here, this is expensive vinyl fencing here. It got ripped apart, trees just shredded. But there's no roof damage here. These are well-built homes here, but in a nice neighborhood, it looks like. But you can see the whole idea here is that, this kind of skipped right across here and went over to Street Road. In that area, he's got some other footage here, too, of emergency vehicles showing up here on the scene. But so there's some pretty extensive damage with tornadoes there. That was our primary threat we listed in the outlook yesterday because of the type of system it is. It's a mesoscale convective system. I was hearing all day there's too much cloud cover. It's going to put a lid on it. These are dynamic systems. I tried to explain that yesterday. You don't need sun for these to produce. If we had sun break out today for an extended period of time and we had very high instability, all hell would have broken loose. And I mean, you would have had a widespread over a very large area, very large tornadoes, and it would have been insane. So thankfully, that did not happen. But we still had enough damage, even with the cloud cover, because of the dynamics of the system being so great with a mesoscale convective system. This is not something that's a common thing. We don't have these all the time in this area, but if we get some kind of multiple tornado reports like that, it's usually because of this kind of system moving through that does it. So just keep that in mind for if we ever have that in the future, because that was just a scary day, and it's been a draining day for me and my staff. We had a long day, so recording the video late here, try to compile as much as I could, get the work done for the evening that we had, and I'm headed to bed after this. Been a long day. So hopefully everybody, if you had damage, you're able to recover and everybody is safe. That's the most important thing. Buildings can be rebuilt. Lives cannot be replaced. Okay, so there is a mostly sunny day coming in today. We had a cold front move through overnight as that system pulled through. A mostly sunny day expected today. Will be a little bit breezy, 10 to 15 miles per hour through much of the day until we get to the late afternoon hours. It starts to die down a little bit. So this is just cold air advection, actually. 76 to 82 is a spread today, so very nice. I mean, again, normal highs are in the mid-80s, mid to upper 80s. 76 to 82 is going to be refreshing. It's going to be lower humidity also. And then same thing here for tomorrow, 75 to 80 is the spread. Mostly sunny skies here once again for Saturday. So this is a trough coming in here that's giving us these cooler than average temperatures. And then when we get to Sunday, we're probably, actually this whole week, we're really going to kind of be slightly below average. We're really not going to go even hit average the rest of the week, it looks like. Sunday, we have another reinforcing cold front coming toward the region. We also have low pressure that's going to try to form along a boundary to our south. So in between here, we might get some showers out of this in a few places. So we have a few scattered showers in the forecast for later in the day on Sunday. So it'll be Sunday afternoon, maybe early evening for that shower activity. Then the cold front moves through, and then Monday, we're back to mostly sunny skies again in a very similar, day here. We're today, basically 76 to 82 is probably going to be the spread again here on Monday for high temperatures. Now Tuesday, along a boundary to our south, the same cold front that came through on Sunday is residing off to our south. Models are indicating that low pressure is going to move along that boundary, and at least for our southeastern areas, we'll get into some showers here. We're allowing that for just about everywhere until we know what this does and exactly how it tracks. But there could be, our southeastern and coastal regions could get some showers out of this as the highest probability areas right now. This is something we'll fine-tune as we get a little bit closer here next week. This is late Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, and maybe part of the overnight. And then this pulls away. There's a boundary that's going to be left in its wake, both Wednesday and Thursday. We're going to remain temperatures kind of either side of 80 degrees here on Wednesday and Thursday. But with that boundary in the vicinity, there's an isolated thunderstorm possible each day, both Wednesday and again here on Thursday. Okay, so just keep that in mind for next week. And then after that point, we should dry out a little bit. Still maybe an isolated thunderstorm here on Friday in a few spots. But for the most part, it's nothing big coming at us, it looks like. We'll watch that little low pressure on Tuesday night for our southeastern areas. A couple showers here for similar areas here on Sunday, but other than that, not really a big deal this week, and temperature slightly below average. So if you didn't like the activity yesterday, you need a break from that. We do. That is certainly coming in the week ahead. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchis. That is your outlook for July 30th, 2021. Have a great Friday.